What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a full face of Ilia makeup. I tried out so much from them and created this full face look. So I have been loving creating this series. I feel like I'm getting to try out so many new products. And what I love about doing this is that I'm using them for the first time on camera, and then I'm learning really how they work so that future videos, I will be able to pick and choose my favorites from all the stuff that I've been using. And I really know how to use them, and I can give you guys like a little more direction. It's me using these products, opening them up for the first time, giving you my real, honest, raw opinion and feelings about them. For me, I feel like it takes me at least 2 to 3 times of using something before I really know how to use it, or I know how to use it its best. So that being said, this is the look that I created. If you want to see how I achieved this look, what I thought of all these and more Ilia products, then keep on watching. All right, I'm very excited about this one. Oh God, that's how excited I am. This is all of the Ilia goodies that they sent over. I'm gonna open them up. We'll go through them together. I feel like Ilia is one of those brands that kind of blew up over the last couple of years. I don't know, I just feel like everyone, the trend right now is like this very natural, skin-like, kind of just like beautiful skin. I feel like that's the trend right now. Like just have natural, beautiful skin and use clean products. And I feel like Ilia kind of embodies that. This has been the product that I have been seeing everywhere. It's the Skin Tint. Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40 has niacinamide in it. Squalene, right? And hyaluronic acid. So niacinamide is gonna brighten, hyaluronic acid is going to hydrate. We also have SPF. So this is the one I've been seeing everywhere. We're gonna start off with the serum. So let's start off with the True. First of all, how cute is their packaging? It's just like these beautiful neutral pink, tans, purples, mauves. I just think it's stunning. So I'm gonna start off with the priming serum. So it says it's firming, smoothing, anti-pollution. I feel great about all of that. Here's what it looks like. I always try and shake everything before I use it. Also, I just got out of the shower not long ago, so we're just gonna let the hair air dry because it's a little dirty, and I don't know. I just was like, I don't feel like styling it. I just wanna film this video. Okay, so. Smells like so natural. Smells like almost like eucalyptus, or I think you might have said hibiscus in this. Oh, aloe infused. That's what I'm smelling. That's great because I like randomly got dry skin the other day, like crazy dry skin on my nose, like to the point where I was like, I have to exfoliate and then do like a hyaluronic and do a moisturizer and do an oil. It was crazy. So I'm trying to just put some hydration back in my skin. It feels really good so far. I have a little bit of tackiness, which is kind of always what I look for after I apply a primer. All right, and let's just go right in with the Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. This is the shade, oh, it says shake vigorously before use. I'm gonna be as vigorous as possible. Okay, here we go. This is always so sketchy on my bed. It's not too watery where I'm like stressed out. But I do like how nice and light it is. Should we use our hands or a sponge? Let's use our hands just to see. Oh my God, that's a lot of coverage. Way more than I was expecting. I think it might oxidize a little bit because of the sunscreen in it. So when I put it on, yeah, I can already tell it's oxidizing, meaning the shade is changing, getting a little darker. So when I initially put it on, wow, a little bit goes a long way. When I initially put it on, it was a darker shade. And then as soon as I rubbed it in, started blending it, it got a little lighter. And even as I'm blending it in, it's oxidizing to like its true shade, which will be a little bit darker than this. So see how this is kind of white? I'm assuming that is from the zinc oxide SPF that's in it. Okay, so you can definitely blend this with your fingers, but I will say it's much more coverage than I expected. I'm gonna grab my sponge just to kind of blend the rest of it out, make it a little more seamless. And you can skip your hands altogether and just use a sponge or a brush. I honestly think this would work with a brush too. It feels much more like a foundation than I expected. I expected it to be more like the Morphe Skin Tint. I think it's more full coverage than that. I would venture to say this one's cleaner, has better ingredients. Obviously it's gonna be a little more expensive because of that, but it's all kind of what you're looking for. I will say I feel like my skin looks good, but I definitely, like, I'm seeing my skin peek through, I'm seeing the imperfections peek through, but overall it's definitely dewy, more even. Okay, so let's let that sit for a minute. Let me grab some concealer. Okay, True Skin Concealer Smoothing and Brightening. It says it is a stabilized vitamin C formula, which is cool. I got the shade SC2 Yucca, YUCCA. I'm gonna focus this where I have those little, you know, breakouts and imperfections where the skin tint doesn't really cover that stuff. As long as the concealer does, like, I don't really care. Like, I like having like a really light base and not doing like a full thick base and then you can't see your skin at all. I kind of like treating the areas that need it instead of treating my whole face with like a thick foundation, especially in the summer. You know what I mean? I might need like a shade half lighter, but it might be fine. I can use my sponge for this. Let me zoom you in. You see my skin better this way? That blended out like a dream. That is covering those imperfections that I was talking about very nicely. So I'm so good with that. But honestly, the skin tint was like the perfect base. These shades are perfect. Like, look how well this is matching my chest. Okay, so here is the bronzer. Dun-dun. I got the shade Drawn In. I decided I need to set my face. I'm pretty tacky. So if I go on with a bronzer, I just think I'm gonna hate the bronzer, and that won't be the bronzer's fault. It'll just be because my face is not set. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of setting powder and I'm just gonna hit like where I would bronze. So not doing too much because like I told you guys, I'm dry and I still want like a glow, but let's do this bronzer. I'm a little worried that it's not gonna be dark enough on me, but let's see. That's actually really nice. That is very pretty. I like that a lot. It really blended beautifully. I mean, I did put that powder down just to make sure, but it went on the skin really, really well. Okay, of course, I forgot about the liquid highlight serum. I would have done that before the bronzer, but I think I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. This color looks unbelievable, like perfect. Here it is right here. This is the shade Astrid. And I think I'm just gonna apply this with my fingers because I wanna use it kind of as like a liquid highlight right, only where I want it. So here on the tip of my nose, I already love this. How pretty is that? Just a little pop, a little bit on the cupid's bow. That is so pretty. I wanna do a little on the tops of my cheeks and up here. And I also want to do a little in the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna start with my fingers and tap this in, and then I might just finish with the sponge to make it like seamless, but it's blending it beautifully with my fingers. Like, if your skin's on point and you don't need a ton of coverage, like I feel like my skin's kind of a mess. I still feel like this is looking beautiful, but you could just use this liquid highlight with the skin tint. You could even mix this with the skin tint, and I think it would be so pretty. I think glow products are some of my favorite. All right, I need a little bit of setting spray. Let's get the, I'm gonna use the Blue Light Filter Mist because it did dry down a bit on my nose. Like I told you guys, I have dry skin right now, so I'm gonna be a little bit of a tough critic, but yeah, I mean, it's not working well on my nose, probably because I mixed a lot of things, so hold on here. I just need to like reinvigorate the product. I just should have done this before the bronzer. So it's a little rough on my nose, but honestly, my nose skin is so dry, so I don't wanna like knock the product. But it dried up here too, so I think you just need to work with it kind of quickly. It's all gonna depend on your skin type too, right? Like if you have oily skin, I don't think you're gonna have an issue with this at all. We're okay, it's just taking a little extra love. Okay, we're back. Honestly, everything's fine, everything's great. I just took care of the dry skin on my face and I put a little bit more concealer, like, cause I kind of had to like peel off a little bit of my skin. So I just did a teeny bit more concealer, dabbed it kind of in like my nose and under eye area where I had kind of rubbed my makeup off. And we look great. Like I still feel very good about this. Let's do the brow gel. So this is natural volumizing brow gel. I don't normally love a tinted brow gel, so let me just say that. This is a very cool applicator, so different. And let's see, we're gonna find out because usually I fill them in with a pencil or something and then use a clear brow gel. So this is definitely like super natural, but actually this is really nice. This is like normally, okay, because I have such sparse hair at the top of my brow, I feel like I end up just getting a lot of brow gel, like brown brow gel on my skin, and I have to clean it up. It's not happening with this one, and I don't really know why, but it's a really good thing. It's definitely making them feel like longer and thicker and darker, and they have like a much better shape than they did. And compare this brow. So I like that. This is definitely super natural, right? Like you're not gonna get the perfect, you know, filled in brow with a tinted brow gel, but some people don't like that look and some people just want a brow gel or a brow product that they can comb into their brows and call it a day. And I feel like that's what exactly what this is. I think I really liked this. Not I think I really like this. I did really like this. I think if you have like really beautiful full brows and you just need like a little bit of shape and a little bit of color, you're gonna absolutely love this product. For me, like I said, I just prefer a more filled in look because I do have so many sparse areas, but I still feel like that looks really nice. And keep in mind with these videos, you guys, like this is the first time I'm using these products. I'm figuring out how they work. Once I use them once or twice and I know how they work, I can incorporate them into makeup looks so much easier and use them better. So just keep that in mind. If something's like not working for me in a video, it doesn't mean it's not a good product. It just means like, it might just mean I need to learn. So this is the multi-use pigment in the shade Haze. Such a pretty shade. I feel like products like this, a little bit goes a long way, so I don't wanna go crazy, but I'm gonna apply this with my fingers to start. So the great thing about this type of product, because it's multi-use, you can put it literally everywhere. So I always would hit like my lids, my lips, and my cheeks. Sometimes I feel like with these types of products, if you don't work with them quickly, they can stain your skin and then there's just like a big red mark. This one was very easy to work with. I definitely recommend putting it on the back of your hand first, then kind of working it in, but I like that a lot. We have a couple eye products, so let's get these out. So we have a liquid powder chromatic eye tint. Okay, pretty. Yes, it's in the shade Fresco. Then we have a clean gel liner in the shade Dusk. Gel liner, I'm very curious. Okay, and then we have the Limitless Lash Mascara, an eyeshadow palette. So I might just need to start there. This is the Necessary eyeshadow palette, but let's just use a couple of these shades. I'm gonna like live right here for right now, starting with that light matte shades, but we have 4 matte shades and 2 shimmers. I just wanna like see how these perform, like very preliminary. I don't wanna do like a whole eyeshadow look, but not like crazy pigmented, but like beautifully natural. Going down to the next shades, a little more of like a pink peach. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I like this one a lot. That's my type of shade right there. Not a ton of kickback on the pan, which I like very much appreciate. I feel like a lot of new eyeshadow palettes I've been using recently, or even just like any powder products, I'm like getting all this kickback. Not a ton of kickback at all. I use these 2 right here. I'm just gonna keep it like that for this look. Those shades perform beautifully. I'm not gonna touch the rest of them, but I feel really good about this. You can do a full smoky eye look with this. This has everything you need. I really wanna use this guy, the chromatic eye tint. Okay, so let's just put this right on the lid. That's pretty. Oh, it's less chrome than I thought it was gonna be. Like I thought it would be a little bit like more shimmer. That's gonna be a really nice like lazy girl one-stop shop. Like you don't even need to touch a palette. All you need is that. I'm gonna put a teeny bit of this on my lower lash line. It's almost like a little bit of a, I don't know, like I'm using it as like a liner on the lower lash line. I definitely did not need to put that eyeshadow down with the palette first. I could have just used this, or I could have even used just like a bronzer in the crease and then that, but I love that. Let's check out this gel liner. I just wanna add a little bit of definition right here. This is coming off really nice. Love that. Love that it's a gel too, because I just feel like it glides right on. I wonder how smudgeable it is. It doesn't seem like it's that smudgeable. Grabbing an angled brush and trying to smudge that out a bit. It is smudging with this. There might be some eyeshadow on this. Overall, I feel good about that. Let's pop some mascara on. So this is the Limitless Lash Mascara. Ooh, interesting. Whoa, I actually love that. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this, but it's combing through my lashes really, really well. It's like super spiky. Yeah, that's nice. Really easy to work with. Boom. All right, we are gonna use the Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil. Ooh, I love this color. In the shade Only You. Ew. The shade's perfect. And this consistency is like not what I was expecting. It's awesome. Wow, this could be one of my favorites from today. It feels incredible on the lip. It truly feels like a balm, but I feel like it's performing like a cream lipstick. I'm not in love with my eyeshadow, to be honest, and I think it's just because I tried out all these different things and I like didn't know what shades were gonna look like and like what's really gonna go together to salvage the eyes, only because I feel like I used like so many different products that maybe don't necessarily go together. I'm just gonna try and like rub away a little bit of the pigment of the eyeshadow. I'm using that multi-use product in the shade Haze, the one we use onto my cheeks, and I'm just working that in to the eye a little bit more because I just prefer a monochromatic look. I always want things to like work together, so I just want to bring that shade onto the eye. It goes with the lip. I think it's just gonna look better. Let's do one last spray. I didn't show you guys. This is the Blue Light Filter Protect and Set Mist. Let's do one more spray. I'm not crazy about the way that comes out. I don't know, I'm just really particular about how things spray onto my face. I feel like it makes a difference when I'm trying to set, but okay, just go over everything with the sponge a little bit. That looks honestly really nice. Now that I'm looking in like my big mirror, I can see my whole face. We definitely have a glow. We definitely have some dewy skin. Like we got some dew going. Okay guys, so here is the final look. Sorry about the light reflecting, but I feel like you guys you can get a good sense of the look. Here, let me give you a quick rundown of what I thought of everything. Starting with the primer and the foundation. I did get a little bit of pilling, and I don't know if that was from the primer or my dry skin or just like the combination. It could have even been the moisturizer that I had on before, but I had a teeny bit of pilling. It was nothing crazy where I was like, oh, this is bad, but it was kind of just on my chin. If you don't know what pilling is, it's just like kind of when you like, it's like you get like tiny little pills on your face, you know what I mean? But I loved how both of these went on, how they felt on the skin. They both smelled and felt really good, light. They looked really good. I think you may not need the primer for the skin tint to work. Like you could just use your regular moisturizer that you know is good and then go on with the skin tint on top. I think my favorite product might have been, it was between the concealer and this balmy gloss. These were probably my two favorite things I used. I did really like the skin tint. It was nice and I love the ingredients in it, but I felt like the concealer gave me that coverage and it was like so creamy and beautiful as it blended out. And this lip product, like I'm obsessed with this. I don't know if I'll ever use anything else all summer. Like how pretty is this? And it feels so, so good. We'll see how it wears, but first impression, I love it. The chrome eye tint was different than I expected. I just thought it was gonna be more chrome. Like it feels just like more brown to me than chrome. I think it's like would be very nice on its own. I was doing a lot of extra stuff that I did not need to be doing with like a powder eyeshadow and then this on top and then the gel liner. Like I don't think you need any of that. I feel like if you're gonna use this, this would be like really pretty with just like this and some mascara for the eye. That's kind of all you need. The brow product I did like. I don't think I loved it, but I'm not that surprised by that because I just don't do brow gels. I talked about that at length during the video, so I don't need to go into it. Oh, I also really loved the multi-use pigment in the color Haze. I really, really liked that a lot. So I feel like you'd be really good purchasing these four. If you were gonna get like my four favorite things from this video would be the skin tint, the concealer, the lip balm, and the multi-pigment. Everything else I liked. Like there really wasn't anything that I hated, but I don't feel like any of those things were groundbreaking to the point where I'm like, oh my God, you have to have this. Like I feel like I've used other things like them before. I feel like they all performed really well. And like I said, they're just clean. So I just feel good wearing them. Like I don't feel guilty putting them on, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's everything. That's my full review, full first impressions, full face of Ilia. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment for me below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what your favorites were out of the video, and let me know if you have any questions about stuff that I used or recommendations that I might have. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.